Hey, it's Mike here at Craft Beer Storm, founder, owner, brewer at Bear Brewing Company here in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And we have craft brew news today. It's Friday, long weekend. Need a beer. But 1 second, if you haven't already, please go on to iTunes, give us a rating, give us a review. It helps tremendously, more than you know. It's the only thing that gets us up in the rankings. You know, they see that, the algorithms catch it, and it just propels us upwards, which is where we want to go. There's freaking things on that are ranking on iTunes that haven't put anything out since 2015. I don't know what's going on there, but why should they be there and we're not there? Doesn't make sense. I do it 3 times a week. So we do, on Mondays, we do brewers or founders. We interview somebody in the industry, mover shaker. Wednesdays, we do beer styles. So we go down the Great American Beer Festival list, and we select a new style every week, and we go through the grains involved, hoppiness, what glass to serve it in, examples of the style. So it's good stuff, and it just proves that there's a lot more different styles of beer than just lagers, right? Or IPAs. There's just a lot of different types of beers. There's about 102 of them. And then they have subcategories. So there's a lot of beer to talk about. And then Fridays we do craft brew news. So I would like to start with the first story today. It's Texas Senate approves beer-to-go sales measure. I can't believe that you can't do beer-to-go sales from breweries in Texas. Unbelievable. But I just saw this today. Texas craft brewers' efforts to legalize beer-to-go sales is closer to passage than ever before. On Wednesday, Texas senators unanimously passed sweeping legislation to maintain operations of the state alcohol regulatory body, the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission, TABC, along with the several changes of the state's alcoholic beverage code, including the amendment that would permit a majority of the state's manufacturing breweries to sell their offerings for off-premise consumption. The measure now returns to the House of Representatives for concurrence. Those familiar with the process expect the measure to easily pass through the chamber and then advance to the Governor Greg Abbott's desk. Texas is the only state in the country that does not allow beer-to-go sales at manufacturing breweries. That's crazy. This is what I'm talking about, state laws. Are you kidding me? That breweries, I can manufacture beer here, but I can't sell it to you to go? Crazy. Anyway, but the state does allow brew pubs, wineries, and distilleries with similar permits to sell their products for off-premise consumption. See, that doesn't make any sense. It's bizarre. They got to clean this up. If passed, the bill would allow consumers to purchase up to 1 case of beer, 288 fluid ounces per day from the state manufacturing breweries beginning September 1, 2019. Well, why limit it? Why just let them buy beer? I mean, they want to buy beer. Well, at least it's a step in the right direction. Let's get it first, and then we'll worry about increasing it later. Right? One step at a time. The advancement of the beer-to-go sales bill comes a week after the Beer Wholesaler Distributors of Texas, the WBDT, a powerful lobbying group, surprise, surprise, agreed to back the measure. In February, the Texas Craft Brewers Guild and the Texas Other Wholesaler Group, the Beer Alliance of Texas, reached a stakeholder agreement on the to-go sales. So that's why they couldn't sell it, because of these lobbies and these powerful wholesale distributors, which is ridiculous. If you make a beer, you should be able to sell it in the tap room and to go. The effort to reform Texas's direct sales laws date back to 2015 when Dallas-based Deep Ellum Brewing sued the TABC, arguing that the manufacturing breweries were at a competitive disadvantage. Deep Ellum Brewing founder John Reardon called the Senate's passage of the beer-to-go amendment bittersweet. And John Reardon, you don't want to mess with this guy. He's going to go after you. He's going to sue the state liquor commission, but he's right. It's ridiculous. So I'm behind John. John, if you want to be on the podcast, come on. I'm going to call you, or I'll get a hold. I want to have him on. So if anybody knows John, connect us. Okay, Michael at craftbeerstorm.com. Second story, addressing rumors. Stone CEO says the distribution business is not for sale. Despite months of rumors to the contrary, Stone Distributing Company, SDC, is not for sale. In a memo to employees last week, Stone Brewing CEO Dominic Engels sought to quash the talk that the San Diego Brewing Company was attempting to offload its distribution business. So Stone has a distribution business. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Rest assured, out of our commitment to SDC, he wrote. According to Engels, Stone Distributing means a key piece of Stone Brewing and a critical piece of the company's success in its largest market, California. He added that Stone is committed to continued growth of SDC. Indeed, Stone Distributing has grown to one of the largest craft beer wholesalers in the San Diego market. According to a March profile in San Diego Magazine, the more than 2 decades old wholesale business sells about 4.5 million cases of beer. Wow, to more than 12,700 unique accounts annually. That's a lot of beer. The business, which employs more than 300 workers, covers a 40,000 square mile service area. Man, mostly it's Southern California, like from LA down to San Diego. Beyond selling its own brands, Stone's portfolio includes about 45 different craft brands, including popular California craft breweries Modern Times, Russian River, and Port Brewing, as well as offerings from national brands such as Boulevard Brewing, Brooklyn Brewery, Cigar City, Oscar Blues, and Victory Brewing. So where did the rumors of the sale originate? Engels pointed to large wholesalers. What a shocker. In times of uncertainty, fueling rumors is common practice by large wholesalers who look to undermine retailer confidence in the alleged seller, he wrote. Given the success of SDC as the largest independent craft beer distributor, whenever there is activity in the market, SDC is a prime target. So our third story, U.S. beer industry supports more than 2 million jobs. The U.S. beer industry was responsible for creating more than 2.19 million jobs that paid more than $101 billion in wages with a B and benefits in 2018, according to a joint study released today by industry trade organizations, the Beer Institute and the National Beer Wholesalers Association. The biennial Beer Serves America report is a snapshot in time of the industry's current health and provides the industry with a tool in their advocacy efforts. NBWA President and CEO Craig Purser told Brewbound. Part of what we're trying to do by rolling this out is just to remind people that this small industry is really a little engine that could, he said. It provides a lot of economic contribution and a lot of groceries on people's tables across America. And according to the report, U.S. beer companies and wholesalers employ more than 200,000 American workers, and each of these jobs creates 31 additional full-time equivalent jobs in adjacent industries. So there you go. U.S. beer industry. Awesome. Making a difference. Last story. U.S. lifts aluminum and steel tariffs on Canada and Mexico. A lot of people are happy about this. Nearly a year after imposing aluminum and steel tariffs against Canada and Mexico, the Trump administration today officially lifted levies imposed upon the two longtime trade allies. On Friday, President Donald Trump announced plans to remove the tariffs, 25% on foreign steel and 10% on imported aluminum. That's a lot. That's heavy duty. As the three countries work towards the passage of a renegotiated North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, now called the U.S.-Mexico-Canada Agreement. In turn, Canada and Mexico today lifted retaliatory tariffs against the U.S. goods. So everybody's getting together. Ending tariffs on steel and aluminum imported from Canada and Mexico marks a significant moment in the beer industry, as about 43% of the aluminum used by U.S. beverage companies comes from Canada, according to the Washington, D.C.-based trade group, the Beer Institute. Nevertheless, the BI president and CEO Jim McGreevey said tariffs on aluminum and steel, which amount to a $350 million annual tax on the industry, need to be completely repealed. So he wants all the tariffs repealed. And although President Trump has eased the tariffs on imported goods from Canada and Mexico, he has also escalated the trade war against China by increasing levies against $200 billion worth of Chinese goods. As such, the tariffs on several products being imported from China, including brewing equipment, have increased from 10% to 25%. Man, it's like a quarter of the price. In turn, China has threatened to raise its tariffs on $60 billion of U.S. goods beginning in June. Well, that's a huge imbalance. So we're getting, $200 billion coming in, and there's only $60 billion going out. That's not good for any country. So I think it's probably a good thing to level the playing field here. I think that NAFTA wasn't really fair to the United States, but we got some renegotiating going on, which is cool. So that is our craft brew news for today on Friday. Like I said, if you haven't gone on iTunes, please give us a rating and review. Tell a friend, tell 10 friends. We are here for you. If there's anything you want to listen to on this podcast, you want me to get certain guests on, or you have connections for me, Michael at craftbeerstorm.com. And, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Our brewery's open this weekend. Tap room if you're in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, near 2800 Lafayette Road. We got some ghost pepper infused double IPA. We call it Holy Feck It. Has about seven blend of 7 different West Coast hops and your ghost pepper sauce from Outer Limits in New Jersey, which is awesome stuff. We also have Hog Wild, which is our bacon chipotle barbecue sauce infused stout, which is awesome. So it's going to be hot this weekend in our tap room. I'm also looking to sell the location here. I want to move on. I built my brand. And this is a turnkey brewery. If you know somebody who's interested in opening a brewery, come on in and or contact me, Michael at craftbeerstorm.com. We'll get you hooked up. And, it's a great thing. It's just turnkey. You come in, and you probably do it at a fraction of the price of doing it on your own. A lot of people do it on their own. They spend all kinds of money. Yeah, I want to do it on my own, do my own thing. And then just the bills just keep piling in. But you come here. I give you the key. I show you how to brew. I'm on my way to the next level, and you can start your brand. So send me an email, Michael at craftbeerstorm.com. Okay, that's all I have for today. Have a great holiday weekend. I love you guys, and we'll see you on Monday. Take care.